situation where Bulba's actually going to get level 2 easier, and you're going against a Nature's Prophet. He can't really, zone him out or really kill him. I guess, Nature's
I think the
Prophet plus
mid-game problems
Lion's
are going to
okay.
be the same, though, with Prophet teeping around with Magnus RPs getting kills, so that was always going to be a problem.
But I don't think Magnus has such a spectacular start as he did, and that was the problem. He gets a fast Blink Dagger, he starts setting up all these RPs everywhere around the map, and it just snowballed from there. So you don't necessarily have to go away from the strategy. I do think they want to pick Bulba, his Darkster, but maybe a second pick different than the Earth Spirit.
Okay, now we are actually in the draft right now.
There's so many heroes left now.
I want to see the Bulba, Bulba Beastmaster.
Compared to just now, we still have the Beastmaster and we still have the Axe.
Yeah. I think Empire is like, if you take Axe, we get Beastmaster out of this. So I like the decision for Empire to leave both heroes in the pool. I'm not sure how well Empire, have they picked Axe or played it at all? I don't think we've seen it.
I don't think we've seen it in this tournament.
So for EG, you might be thinking, well, they want Beastmaster, let's just first pick it because their Axes.
I think Axe is a really good counter to Beastmaster, though, at times. Like, if you get the jump, then, especially if it uses...
Well, it's a vision game of who gets the jump, and Beastmaster has the vision
Well, if
tool.
Beastmaster jumps on somebody else and roars them, then Axe can just come in and, start the thing. And if Axe, starts the initiation, he's already going to use his, all of his spells except for his, Culling Blade. But they're going to go with something different.
Classic Empire opening. Enchantress, Nature's Prophet.
Yep.
Enchantress always has that good mechanic where you can steal the Necrobook, the Boars, away from the Beastmaster as well. Doesn't make it a hard counter by any means, but it's a nice little utility option for team fights.
If you want to go for the Ramses Nature's Prophet, again, right? There's no Void anymore for Afterlife.
Yeah.
What other hero would have the same type of impact that he could play?
They have to ban out Lycan, and they have to ban out... what's the other hero?
Drow Revenge?
No. Lycan and it was on the tip of my tongue. We lost.
If it's on the tip of your tongue, you should be able to remember it.
Well, my brain's not here. Half of it, at least.
Yes, I know what you feel.
Yeah. And you talked about EG adjusting. This is picking a less greedy carry, and I think this is like the adjustment they could make. Less AM Sven, you go into something like Lifestealer.
So what I want to say is Lycan and Clinks. Lycan and Clinks are they're very good against Lifestealer in these situations.
Oh, for Empire?
Yeah. For Empire. So now you have to think about... I don't
like Clinks with Nature's Prophet and Enchantress is a lot of single target though. I'm not sold on that.
I think it's really good against the Lifestealer though. Problem is with the Beastmaster, the Roar can shut him down. The Necro 3s give a lot of vision. It can hurt him a lot. But I just like that hero in general against the Lifestealer. I think it does counter it when you go the Desolator early, and then if you just find him out, and with this Nature's Prophet, I think they're going to go Orchid. So the Orchid counter is still there for the Lifestealer, and they can just go around the map constantly with the Furion and the Clink setting up kills. But the Brood is always going to be an annoying hero that's in the back of your mind. And
especially with these role switches coming out for Empire in terms of who plays which hero. I mean, every option is always open. You can't know what that Nature's Prophet's going to do.
And the offlane carries are, like you say, what's the alternative to the Void? Brood is one of them. Other offlane carries...
So, I got a question for you.
Nature's Prophet, I guess, is an offlane carry.
Are we going to see a Night Stalker from Empire?
As an offlaner?
Yes.
There's a chance, sure. They've done it. I think they were the team who picked it against the Beastmaster and played a Vision game earlier in the tournament. Maybe going back to yesterday or group stages.
It's a really good hero for Lifestealer too. If you can find him out, silence him before he gets his rage off.
I know there was one team who played the Night Stalker versus Beastmaster, and
I can tell you very soon. Because I believe it was yesterday.
Yeah. It was yesterday.
I want to say it was Afterlife playing as well.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Afterlife playing the Night Stalker with Ramses on a Phantom Lancer, and Finham actually won that game.
Okay.
It was game one of Best of 3
that was
series.
the really exciting game.
Yes. One of the many really exciting games, Scott.
No, there's only been one exciting game in this whole tournament.
We actually have been pretty lucky with the games.
Empire I feel like Empire's been in all of the hype games. That's the thing. That's where you just can't help but cheer for this team with the kind of Dota they've been playing.
100% true.
It's just because they keep eliminating the other teams that have hype games too, so they're like the only ones left, Yep.
MVP been stomping everyone too hard.
Yeah.
Can't cheer for MVP. They're too good.
Too good. Want some fresh meat on the scene, Team Empire.
So Scandal's Wind Ranger banned out, which means Puck, Quap. There's Night Stalker.
There you go.
Got it. We did it. We nailed it. Now EJ, you have to think. You need a good support here. Probably Witch Doctor just seems like the most stable.
the main question mark for Empire is like Nature's Prophet, Night Stalker. Like Night Stalker's offlane. It's not going to bring the same carry potential as a Void to the table. What do you get Scandal? Like, are you worried about your late game scaling because you've got Nature's Prophet and Night Stalker as 2 of your cores?
Alchemist.
There we go. There's your late game scaling. I was like, what's the mid carry going to be? Like, is Quap a carry enough? Alchemist though fits the bill.
This is gonna
Scandal.
I'm so scared now for EG. They're gonna get Alchemist.
Yeah, but they have the Mirana. And they have probably got the Samil Mirana of all
Alchemist
Miranas.
is so good against Mirana, I feel, in the mid lane, depending on if they get a roamer now. Like, so there's still Earth Spirit in the pool.
I think it was Empire versus Navi where there was an Alchemist. Was it? They had the Alchemist with the Doom, and it was like, let's just Doom this. They doomed the TA. It was Dendy's TA.
Yeah.
Dendy gets doomed, and this Dichara Mirana is like, I don't actually do any right-click damage. This Alchemist is unkillable.
Yep.
That was the game where I'm just like,
example
Mirana as a carry doesn't do well against Alchemist at all.
Yeah, they do have Lifestealer fall back on, but
it's well.
They have Roar too. They have a lot of lockdown and chase potential going out for the Alch, but
you got Sprout. You've got Night Stalker to at least try and kite the Lifestealer a little bit around.
So that's my question now. Would you rather go for the later? I think you would rather go for the later game stage here for EG than just trying to shut them down. But because like they have such an aggressive lineup. You say go for the later
game stage, like all that's left is like support picks now, unless they run around. Fear around
Enigma. You can still go Enigma, but like that's what I'm saying.
Beastmaster is also a thing.
That's true.
Yeah. And I mean, if you want to go Lifestealer jungle, probably not. But I mean, there's in theory quite a bit of options.
It could be too greedy because Alchemist is going to go Armlet first. They're going to want to fight early and often, especially with Night Stalker, Nature's Prophet, Enchantress. But if they can weather the storm.
Something the Ad Finum guys mentioned that teams should be picking against Alchemist, the Ancient Apparition.
Yes.
That's the counter.
It's a good hero. Very, very good hero to stop that
region. It's a PPD hero.
How much chance do you think there is at a Beastmaster played by Fear in this case? Maybe not anymore now. Well, it's still going to be picked by Fear, I guess.
I think Fear's playing Mirana.
Well,
okay,
so the play is like the mid lane with Ember Mirana is really potent because the Searing Chain's into arrow combo.
Okay.
I think doing like to me, running the Beastmaster jungle doesn't really make your lanes that you want to put on pressure.
Yeah,
You're against Alchemist.
We got fooled now because we thought it was Samil Mirana because we were just so hyped. But now they went back because you can run it as a support.
Yeah. So we are waiting for PPD's hero on the side of EG.
AA, let's see it.
Yes.
Ancient Apparition. Have they got enough lockdown? They got Roar, Searing Chains. Like,
they have enough lockdown.
Thing is, if they get AA, they're just going to get crapped on by the Enchantress and Prophet.
They're early game
or actually the and the Night Stalker. And he will not get 6 this game.
Yep.
I feel like it just end in PPD 1v6.
Witch Doctor's the safe option. AA is the high risk, high reward option.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
And AG is the more safe team, perhaps.
I wonder which one. You probably just ban Witch Doctor because you're just like, oh, you ban Wyvern. Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Wyverns. Wyverns. I still think Witch Doctor's a little. Yeah, I think Witch Doctor's still a little stronger.
You want to have a support that can deal with the early rotations from Prophet Enchantress, but
there's no heavy damage coming in from the Alchemist. It's just more for resetting if they did get their Wyvern because nobody's gonna kill each other.
Come on, PPD, pull out the AA.
Oh, Team Empire has a pick before EG still.
He'll probably just pick CM again or something crazy for it. I think CM's not that bad this game.
CM's fine, yeah.
Especially when they have all these melee cores that really want.
Do you still
there's the A. God's the king.
All
right, but
EG got this.
He really.
I want to believe that this is going to work.
I feel like he's going to die a lot, but if he gets level 6, I want to see how this works.
He can go 0-5, but this is the counter to the Alchemist.
It will be.
All right.
Very fun to watch this.
What's Empire's last pick then?
At the same time, though, if you get Ag's Night Stalker, though, and they're able to catch people out and Alchemist dodges the blast, could be a problem. They need a
Line would have been good.
Support.
Burst damage.
Is Disruptor an option here, or is that too...
Yeah, Disruptor or Bane.
What's the King our hero? They want a lockdown hero against the Ember, like a Shadow Shaman Hex type hero. Rubik, perhaps, because you've got the telekinesis.
We know King R plays a very mean Rubik.
It's not...
Show me Bane.
Bane is alright. The Fiend's Grip cast,
I think Fiend's Grip against Lifestealer.
They definitely need some lockdown.
You have Enfeeble too. Enfeeble buff, guys. Down in the patch.
Bane
it is. So there you go.
See, we got it, Gods. Me and you. You know, they didn't see the fist bump. Oh well.
You can do it again if you want now.
Nah,
go for it. The moment's gone.
I don't feel it anymore.
Okay, sorry. So, we have got ourselves a draft.
EG, AA pick all the way. PPD knows what's up. He won TI5 with this hero. He'll do it.
Is that we're going to 4 game 3?
No, they're just going to get rolled over by this Enchantress and Nature's Prophet.
Just gotta believe, Ryu. NA Dota, come on.
I am NA Dota, but Empire is just on another level right now.
I'm glad you're such an optimist, Ryu. Always happy to have you on the panel. We're going to go see who takes this game 2. Remember, this is an elimination match, meaning if EG loses, they're out. And it will be Empire facing Vega tomorrow. And otherwise, we're going to go to game 3. Let's find out with our commentators, OD Pixel and Pycat.
Prepare for battle.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Game 2 here between EG and Team Empire. I'm OD Pixel, I'm joined by the fabulous Pycat, and we're ready to get ourselves into the game, and we are seeing some fun stuff and some things that you're a fan of. You are liking the fifth pick AA, and tell me why, Pycat, tell me why.
Yeah, I feel like this is actually long overdue. I mean, there's obviously the Alchemist. Yep. The AA Blast is very good against it, and even against the Enchantress. The one reason we don't see the AA pick so often nowadays is because of the Enchantress. It's because the Enchantress, early phase, with the creeps, just runs over the AA. But EG, they have the bottom, so if the Enchantress decides to go top and try to ruin the lane, Fear can just arrow those creeps and make life really difficult for Miposhka's Enchantress. And aside from that, yeah, obviously the AA Blast against the Alchemist is a great counter. I also like the synergy between him and, you know, they have the bottom, so 2 ranged heroes there. They can help out the Nakes. And there's obvious synergy with, you know, Sumail on the Ember Spirit moving around the map, the same as Boba. You can use the Infest Bomb onto, you know, whether it be the Hawk or in the Ember, and just global presence with that AA ult. Also the Priest of the Moon in this. They can set up for a lot of ganks. So I really like EG's lineup.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking at Empire. How are they feeling going into a game like this? They've seen the AA, as you said, EG, they've got a lot of potential for kind of global pickoffs. Do you feel Empire are going to be quite comfortable with what they've got? I mean, how scared is Scandal of that AA's Ice Blast? Is he going to put a huge spanner in his works, or are there ways to play around it?
I think if he gets hit in the fight by the AA Blast, they have to turn and run. But otherwise, they can obviously just keep fighting, and they do get a bounty rune on the Alchemist with Grievous Screen. Now it's a bit nerfed, so he doesn't get the 5 times multiplier on level 1, but he does get 3, so he's gonna start off with a Quelling Blade, Formant Shield, Fairy Fire, and a Flask.
And what do you think about the way that EG's decided to lane this? So you can see obviously down at the bottom, Aoi on the lifestealer being backed up by PPD's AA, and leaving Bulba up the top to go head-to-head with Afterlife's Night Stalker. I mean, is there a reason why you're taking this kind of lifestealer AA lane away from going against the Night Stalker?
I don't think it's so much going away from the Night Stalker. I rather think that they kind of want to take the lane to Empire on the bottom lane. They have blocked up the pull camp from Empire, so they can't actually pull. It's also quite unexpected because this is something we very rarely see EG actually do. It gives Bulba a pretty good lane up on the top lane, and also they can kind of make sure that Ramses can't have as big an impact as he usually does with that Nature's Prophet, because what he usually does is he TPs around a lot. Because he gets up to those early phase boots uncontested, then he can just TP away to different lanes and help out. Now he's not going to have them as early, and on top of that, sure, he can TP up to Bulba's lane, but it's very unlikely that they kill him before the 4-minute mark. So his options are quite limited. And Alchemist without stun, I don't see any way that they're going to kill Sumail. Sure, they can have the Enchantress rotate in, and Enchantress is doing a really good job at actually zoning Sumail. That Tornado, very annoying for Sumail to play against, but he has a Flask, he's almost at his bottle, so he's going to be fine. Yeah,
as it said, it shows the CS as well. 10 for 4 on the Ember Spirit compared to the 10 for 1. It is neck on neck. Sumail hasn't been slowed down as of yet. Fear, he chased down by Miposhka, but Fear just jumps himself up to the high ground. And Ramses against Aoi, 8 for 2. Against the Lifestealers, 12 for 1. So slight edge here for the and the top lane matchup, as you said, Bob, he's going to find his farm, so is the Night Stalker. So it looks like the lane matchups, everything feels fairly even. There's no one really breaking away massively here, just Sumail with a slight lead in the middle lane.
Yeah, ever so slight. But I mean, since he's up against the Alchemist, he does get a lot more gold. And you can see on the net worth, just from the bounty alone initially, and then just from a few creeps, the Alchemist is pulling ahead. It's just 400 gold for now, but that's what Alchemist does. He gets a lot of gold. But his gold is inflated, so this Alchemist, you know, that's how it is. His gold, he can have a lot of gold, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's that rich. An Alchemist with the same amount of gold as an Ember Spirit, then the Ember Spirit will always be stronger.
Yeah.
So Alchemist needs to have more gold than the Ember Spirit in order to be ahead of him. And by more, I mean a lot more. You know, he wants to be 5, 10, 15k ahead of heroes.
And of course, just on this bottom lane, Ramses on his Nature's Prophet. I mean, Empire, they're really comfortable with playing Ramses on this kind of hero. You know, I mean, what do you feel about the safe lane Nature's Prophet? Why is it working out so well recently for a team like Empire?
I think they're doing a good job of just, because they're rotating so much, they create a lot of pressure onto the evil geniuses and onto any enemy's heroes, really. They just create a lot of pressure, and it also frees up their supports to farm. Last game we saw the Lion have quite, he was high level quite early on in the game, so it gives him some more space, and also just Nature's Prophet is just one of those heroes. He can be everywhere on the map and just set up kills.
And then Poshka walking in, he's booking himself an arcade room with the help of King R. He's going to look to try and chase down PPD. Fairy Fire is popped, Hope moves onto him. Poshka, the cold feet. Might actually proc as well if he can't get himself out, and he can't. The arrow's going to connect on him. He's got Nature's Attendant healing him up, but it's going to be enough here for Empire to actually find themselves first blood. They may lose a second though, as Aoi, Fear and Samel closing down onto King R. Aoi's going to have open wounds back up again in a couple of seconds. Let's see if he's able to get it with this one. King R, he's still got a brain cell though. I don't know if Aoi can do this one, and King R, he will be able to walk that one off there. So it ends up for a 1-for-1. But of course, Empire just able to secure themselves the first blood with Ramses getting the final touch.
Yeah, and Ramses was actually really close to killing off the courier there. He was just walking in right as was going up the ramp, and it was a walking courier, so they just upgraded it.
And look at this Ramses. You talked about the way that they just rotate and go. This is just a fantastic showcase of the way that Empire like to play. Off the back of one kill, Ramses, he just waltzes across the entire map up to the top lane, and Bulba, he just did not see that coming at all.
No, he didn't. And the Night Stalker also has nighttime by now, so a very easy pick off. And we see the Night Stalker, he's doing really well for himself. He is almost up to level 7. They're gonna deal a lot of damage to this tower. They might even take it because of the treants and the catapult up here.
PPD is there. PPD. He's gonna force Afterlife to back up and TP him from Boulder, so PPD will be fine. It's very, very risky there. A little bit of...
We're gonna see the medallion from Scandal here.
Yeah, I don't think he always does this first, does he?
No, I don't think so. I've seen the armlet into the Radiant.
Yep.
I guess the one, we're gonna call it the standard build nowadays. I saw it first from Wings, I think, in the Philippines. I think they're the ones who started doing that.
So we're gonna have Ramses TPing, and actually just a bit of an airdrop there for Afterlife, handing him over a Sao and Afterlife. Gets some harassment onto Bob, but Bob actually just turns around with the Roar. The cold feet's laid down as well. Fear with the TP, and Afterlife, he gets punished for that. A little bit too aggressive there from the man, and EG, they're hungry for kills, and they do find it there.
Yeah, Afterlife didn't anticipate the rotation from Fear there, the arrow, sealing the deal. And Fear is actually opting to go for maxing the arrow, or if I don't know if he's just gonna settle for 2 points in it, but right now he has 2 points in arrow and 1 only in Starstone. I'm also interested to see what kind of build Fear goes for this game.
Yeah, of course.
So is he gonna go for a utility Priestess of the Moon, or is he gonna hope that he's gonna scale eventually into some sort of a semi-carry? Yet to see. But yeah, on the gold graph, you can obviously see that Empire, they're gonna pull ahead. But this is, as I mentioned earlier, it is the Alchemist's goal, and gold on an Alchemist doesn't mean as much as it does on other heroes.
And Empire will be just finding and seeing the deal with the top tier 1, just keeping themselves ahead. And I mean, considering the Alchemist pick as well, you know, looking at how this game's going to scale and wondering how Fear's going to build his items. I mean, if you are EG, are you looking to take this one late with the Ember and the Lifestealer, or is that never a good idea against something like an Alchemist?
I think if this goes very late, I think that EG are actually favored. I mean, in some ideal scenario, potentially Empire could be pooled 4 Ags, and then Alchemist could use 1 Ag himself, so...
Samel up top, getting himself in. Remnants 4, Ramses going to go for the TP out. Is he going to make it? Yes, only just. Ramses. Very nicely averting the movement there from EG, and it was the full 5 of them that were coming in on them.
By the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, very nice play. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was on literally like 10 HP there with that TP. Smart move indeed. And worth noting, yeah, the Alchemist, indeed. After the medallion, he continues. He's got the full out Solar Crest now at 8 minutes in. I mean, looking at the why is that the build this game for Scandal? What's he trying to achieve with this?
I think he just sees that he has to, early on in the game, he has to be a part of it, because the other heroes on his team, if he can't fight, if he can't tank, it's going to be really difficult for them to actually fight. And I think the Solar Curse build is really good this game, actually. He, up against the Nakes, the Lifestealer, it's going to do a lot. The miss chance, and also the armor, it helps your concoction, so they can also do Roche much easier with this.
Bottom lane, Empire look to finish off the tower. They will get it. Samel jumps in with the Remnant, gets the change onto King R. Arrow to follow through, and it is going to connect. They'll get the kill onto King R. Space will be there for Ramses to get himself out of this one. In fact, TPing up top, had eyes on PPD, but PPD immediately TPing himself away. And nice stuff here for PPD on that top lane. He's one creep now away from having that level 6, so still getting himself a good enough timing here on the Ice Blast for it to be pretty impactful just 9-10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, nice awareness there, recognizing that he can just TP out. He is really close to that level 6.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a bit of a turning point in the game, I feel like, for EG. So you have the life here, fighting a neutral creep. He's very low.
Just going to put the night time here as well, maybe see if... yeah, I mean, look at Ramses. He's been up and down the map, and he's finding towers. We're only 9.5 minutes in, and he's taken the tier 2 from the top lane. And this is indeed going to be very rich down Nature Prop in the mid lane. Fiend Script straight up Owie. No help there from the boys in blue. Empire just ripping through that. The Ice Blast is going to connect onto Ramses. Oh, he should. Actually, it's going to be very close. I don't think he does really to the level 1-1. Oh, actually, hang on. What? I think he would have survived if he didn't nightmare them with the damage.
I think so too. The damage.
He would. I don't think the ticks would have brought him down below the threshold.
I don't think so either. That was strange, because
that's a report.
The thing is, the frostbite damage is only 12.5 per second, and the nightmare damage is 20 per second.
Down, yeah.
I think he would have lived. Well, King R maybe thinking that he doesn't want the game to be too easy, so he's going to help EG a little bit. We don't know for sure if he actually would have gone down, but I do believe that he would have actually made it.
I think he would have.
You know, just
someone at home do the maths. I'm sure there's someone who's there.
Yeah, or do the math.
Do the math.
Either way.
Yeah, don't do that. Mid lane Ramses again. I keep seeing this guy. He keeps taking towers. He gets it. Never long. Samael. It's fine. Moonlight Shadows there. Scandal can't get off the concoction. So Samael does manage to get himself out of that one. Only just a bit of a mess. Remnanting out. My goodness, yeah, a bit of a crazy one, this one. And the players don't have the excuse of it being late. Now, this is quite early in comparison to yesterday's 3 AM games. This is
I think, what are we? Are we 4 or 5 hours ahead?
Compared to yesterday, absolutely, I think we're 6 hours ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's great news. Great news for us.
Great news for us. Great news for these guys as well.
Boba finishing off the book at a relatively reasonable time. It's the book 1.
Yeah, I mean, considering, been taken down, just the once.
Yeah, he did get killed up on the top lane once by the Ramses Nature's Prophet TPing in. Actually, he did walk the entire way. He walked from the river. He walked from the bottom rune through the map and actually walked top like that.
Okay, so that did take him a fair bit of time here, Bob.
But he reached.
Smoke time. EG. What are they going to get? What are they going to find? Let's see if they're going to go
smoke.
For. Afterlife? No. Owie's not going to go for that one, but they do pick him out. They know that he's around. They're looking to go towards the mid, but Empire, they're always really good at playing around smokes.
Yeah,
very rarely we see them get caught out by plays like this.
AUI, he realizes that the smoke is broken. I don't think that he actually saw Afterlife, because it's darkness. I mean, it was nighttime. I don't think it was darkness, but it was natural nighttime, so I don't think that he saw him, but Afterlife saw him, so you could just run away.
Well, bot's now done on Samael. So we'll see him start to step up the farm and be even more involved in the action when it kicks off across the map. And EG, I guess, off the back of that smoke, they're just going to try and go for a push on the bottom tier 1. At the same time, though, Ramses TPing in on the mid lane. And he'll look to get the finishing touches done to this tier 2. We'll see if EG react in time. There'll be an Ice Blast coming through. Flying onto mid to try and slow down this push. And it's actually not going to connect onto anyone yet. It's going to be a little bit whiffed here, just a bit south of the tower. And Empire, they'll look to push on, take the tier 2. TP's now coming back from the side of EG. already they're out. Yeah. Empire up to the high ground. They've got the ults available. King R does have that Fiend's Grip, but they want to try and commit onto something. But I think Empire are happy with this. Just poking at the tier 2, forcing some of the reaction from EG. EG did get the tier 1 bottom, but now split up across the map, and it's back to farming. And at the moment, as we can see, Scandal, he's winning that game. He's got 3.8k on top of the Solar Crest. I mean, what is the next time for him now? I guess he's not going back for the Armlet.
No, it's going to be the Radiance. I'm almost 100% it's going to be, yeah, he's just going to go to the shop right now and buy the Relic. It's the natural progression. I think this game is going to be a lot of Sumail.
Bottom lane, they'll get the roar on top to let the Ice Blasters come through as well. Whiffed, but it doesn't matter. There we go with the bomb from Aoi, jumps out.
Yeah, this is some of the mobility that we see from EG's lineup. You have the Ember Spirit with the bots, you have the AA Blast, you have the Beastmaster with his Hawk. Eventually, sometime in this game, he might get the bots. And you know, the Infest from the Lifestealer. AI has gone for the Blightstone, so I'm curious, is this going to be a Desolator or a Medallion on the Lifestealer, or just a casual Blightstone?
Yeah, we've seen how he try a few different things. In the most recent game, I think, what was it, earlier today when he played, he did kind of stick to the standard. Armlet, SNY stuff, Ramses, Chains, Ice Blast Arrow as well, no escape for that boy. Nice play and pick off from EG. Nice indeed. Another chance for the Nature's Prophet to get himself out off the back of that combo.
Yeah, Fear taking that kill. 5-0 with that Priest of the Moon. He's very close to his mech. Had a very decent timing for a bottom support.
And as you can see, Bulba starting to scale up that Necrobook, just 1k away from having the level 3 Necro. So that's going to be coming out in very good time. Scandal. And he's this Ancient Stack should put him pretty much in the position to buy his Radiance. So 15 minutes in, you're looking at what, Radiance, Solar Crest. Still a very good farm game, and as you said, he needs to be on top, but he certainly is at the moment. He's a good 2.5k ahead of Sumail's Ember Spirit, so Alchemist certainly looks to be where he needs to at this point of the game.
Yeah, the big test for Empire this game is how are they going to approach high ground. Because when you approach high ground, you're going to be dealing with Slight from the Ember, there's going to be the AA Blast, there's going to be the Beastmaster with War, of course potential buybacks. So when they do that, they're going to have to be careful. Scandal getting very low here. If EG had a ward around this area, that would be a dead Alchemist. Unfortunately for them, they do not.
Talking about EG, Aoi, at the moment. See what his next bit of players. He's just in the Ancient on the mid lane. Starting to see if he can get a bit of a poke onto Empire. The rest of his team, I've got the eyes on the tier 2 bottom. It's already very low, so EG will be able to clean up this one. Another tower into their pockets. A bit more gold in the bank. Scandal finding himself a DD, bottled up, ready for the next fight. But I mean, so if you're Scandal at the moment on this Alchemist, actually hold that forward, because here they've caught out Aoi in the Ancient. Not quite feeling kind of bold enough to commit for that though, and realizing that indeed EG are right around the corner. They can't really go fully onto Aoi in the Ancient Black Dragon. And they back themselves away. But yeah, if you're the Alchemist then in this game with Radiance and Solar Crest, are you looking to avoid the fights, or are you looking to get yourself involved?
For now, I think he's going to be content farming. Just keep on farming until you reach that point where you have Manta Style, Boots of Travel, Octarine Core. And yeah, of course he has already Radiance and the Solar Crest. I think that's usually, you know, when you reach some kind of critical mass. You might wait for the Shiva's card. But yeah, when you get that Manta Style and Alchemy, that's usually when you want to fight. EG are gonna get this Roche, and yeah, it's gonna boost their gold a little bit, popping the Necrobook. This is gonna bump Bulba up to the book 3. I think Sumail is gonna be the one taking the stages.
So it is the Ember.
And it looks like AY is he's gonna go for the Yasha, so SNY then.
Okay.
I take it.
So casual Blightstone?
Yeah, just a casual Blightstone for now. He could turn this into a Desolator at a later point of the game if he wants to.
Yeah, as I said, with the way that we've seen how he try out different builds on the lifesteal, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we've seen the Echo Saber, the
Crystallis,
Blink, you know, a little bit of everything.
Ramsey's top. He's just finished off this Orchid here. They'll see if they want to try and go some early. He has got that Aegis. might not be the best point of action. And they've already just hold themselves off backing away. Bots now done by the Alchemist.
Yeah, Sumail is going for something we don't see that often. He's going bots straight into Blink and not going for the Battle Fury right away, which a lot of people do. I think because of the Nature's Prophet with the Orchids, he wants to be able to, in case he gets Orchids. Yeah, you see this, and this is Sumail. He's very quick at this. As soon as he gets Orchids up, he just blinks out immediately.
And also at the same
and this
time,
kid, he has some fast reactions.
He really does. We saw that. It's going to be harder and harder for Empire to try and catch him out. EG, Beer, Bulba and PPD, we're eyeing up the middle lane. Empire's around in the neighborhood, and EG just going to keep themselves safe and back off. I mean, if you are EG, is there any point in just keeping the game passive and continuing to farm, or are you just going to lose the farm game so much against an Alchemist that you've got to go for the fights, you've got to try and find the kills?
I don't think it's that bad. I think EG, when they get the blink on the Beastmaster, potentially the bots, they are going to start. You know, it's going to be easier for them to get pickoffs than it is for Empire, up until the point where they get their eggs. So most likely, actually, the eggs will probably come sooner. But EG, I think they're still fine, because, yeah, they are going to lose out on the gold graph. Probably they are, for some reason, not, because they are EG, and they know how to kill the creep. All of the creep.
Absolutely, yeah. As you said, just in a lineup against an Alchemist, they're going to be very happy with the fact that difference is so small between the two of them. Alright, actually going to be on point here from Fear onto Ramses. Very nice, couldn't dodge that one. Ice Blast coming in as well, and they'll have the magical burst damage to bring him low. Leaping forward, the Nightmare holding him back with Ramses. He should still tick out to this one, and indeed with that final touch, going to bring him past the threshold. Nice play from EG and a fantastic arrow from Fear on the Morana.
Yeah, very nice play there from Fear. Yeah, but as I was saying, EG, I think they're fine. Just keep farming. It doesn't matter if you know, the gold graph may say that Empire are ahead, but that doesn't really matter, because EG's heroes are just better at fighting.
Yeah.
And also an Alchemist fighting up against an AA is always going to be scary for the Alchemist.
I guess that's why we just, obviously we've only seen Scandal involved in one of the kills. He's just not going into the fights at all, and as you said, for that reason, it's just the fact that he does not want to have to deal with an Ice Blast to the face, and I guess he'll join when he's seen the Ice Blast already being used, and he feels that there's a potential for a cleanup kill if he gets off a full concoction onto someone.
Yeah, so either that or just if they manage to kill the AA before the fight, or they have tabs on him, he is the AA ult on CD.
It's certainly panning out to be a game where Empire, they're going to be very, very, very careful about the decisions they make at this point. Arrow coming through top, it's going to nab the Hellbear Smasher. Fear and PPD there to continue to push in. Aoi in the Black Dragon. And meanwhile, Bulba just in the Radiant jungle. He's got that blink, and of course the gold for that level 3 Necro just being closed in upon.
Yeah, Bulba actually decides to go for the blink before he finishes up the book 3.
Yeah, do you like that this game?
Yeah, I think that's fine this game. He can get some solo kills on the Nature's Prophet and the Bane.
Big ping's coming up top. D-Ward's been done. Still in the side, PPD, and he TP's away. He's not hanging around for this one, Empire. You know, regardless of the D-Ward, they're going to still continue to see if they find anything with this push. They've already taken the tier 2 down in this lane. Still a tier 2 mid and tier 2 bottom. There will be very, very nice takings, especially for Ramses on his Nature's Prophet. We've seen how much he's done across the map so far. He's got 2.1k now.
Can Bulba find the Nature's Prophet on the bottom lane? The Hawk is going to scout him out. They have visual on him. Ramses does not know this.
He's got the TP now.
He's on his way.
Oh, he's not going to make it. He is not going to make it. He turns. Orchids up Sumail, and well, with the damage over time, they will do it. Sumail and Bulba, very nicely done.
Just being reclaimed there. That could have been very close. If Bulba was not there to deal physical damage, I think that Sumail could have died there. And with the Aegis being reclaimed, that could have been huge for Empire.
Well, nonetheless, space kind of created as Empire to continue to push up top, and we can see Afterlife and Viposhka just taking what they can on the way out from EG's jungle. And
we're going to have the Axe Night Stalker now. PPD picking up a gem. It's going to go to Baluba, I think, on the Beastmaster. He also has the money now. He has bought his Necro bo3. He's flying it out.
And King R still just hanging in the side, up in the trees, seeing what happens. PPD launching an Ice Blast. Where's it heading for? It is heading for Ramses down bottom. See if it's going to be on point. It's a little bit behind, but nonetheless, here we go, jumping in. They'll find the kill. They don't need the Ice Blast here, EG. 3 of them here, more than enough burst to bring down that profit.
Yeah, Ramses, he's struggling this game. 2-5-1. He had a much better showing in the last game. I think it was an easier game for him, and I also think that Empire's lineup this game, it's harder to play, especially up against EG's lineup. So it is understandable, but I feel like Empire still need to try to group up to some extent. They're kind of just split all over the map the entire time. But I don't think that this is the right decision. They can have the Alchemist farming, but I still think that they need to play together. They need to have some heroes go together and try to make these kills happen.
I'm gonna see coming up top.
Because if they keep farming and just keep giving up kills, that's not gonna work. Even if they're getting more gold on the Alchemist, it's just not gonna work.
Gonna try and fight Sumail, actually getting the jump in. Ramses coming across. King R gets the Fiend's Grip out, but he's dead. They'll lose the Bane. Scandal moving in, concoction on Sumail, but Sumail getting forced down to the low ground. He's gonna get himself out. EG thinking about coming back in. Looking for this. Sumail in with the Slider Fist. Nature Trap flies through, bringing Fear fairly low with the Greaves coming out. To move forward for more. Scandal went for the TB, but the Roar is there. They're caught out too.
Ramses.
Oh, Fear. Oh.
Did you see the light? Did you see the reactions from Sumail there? The Bane, he walks out into vision for a split second. Sumail just instantly gets him before he can use his grip.
I mean, this game 2, is looking to be a bit of a tricky one for Empire. I mean, off the back of this fight, we can only imagine that Ramses is going to go. Scandal as well. They should be able to find the Alchemist.
Ramses is currently suffering from a 5-second arrow. It's only about 1 or 2 seconds left. But unfortunately for him, Fear is going to use his first spell. Absolutely. Which is going to result in the death of Ramses.
Yeah, and if it wasn't enough anyway, there is an Ember Spirit going to be on top of him as well, the chains available.
Sad times if you're an Empire fan.
Yeah, this is really swung around. I mean, EG, as we said, going into game 2, that we could expect them to pick it up. This is kind of classic EG. Game 1, it's a close one. Game 2, EG start to swing back with
PPD with the all right, ready guys.
Positive attitude there from now. Ramses, indeed, he'll be gone. Scandal as well did fall on the out. ZG now bringing it to 13 for free. I mean, if you're Empire, how do you start to slow down this momentum that EG's getting over the last kind of 15 minutes of this game?
I still think that they need to group up more. They need to go for team moves. They're just split on the map the entire time, and it's just not working out. They're getting picked off left, right, and center, and you just can't have it that way. The EG lineup is built for this. They have the AA, they have the bots on the Ember, they have a Beastmaster with Blink, the Hawk flying around, Potom with the Invis, Nakes with the possible Infest. AY is gonna go for that Desolator now. He has finished it. It's flying out on the curve.
Desolator. How'd you rate this build then from Howie?
I much prefer this one to the previous one that he did with the Echo Saber and the Crystallis and all the random stuff. I think the Desolator is really nice. It's also very good up against the Alchemist. He doesn't have that high of an armor, so we're reducing it even more. And also the Nature's Prophet, Bane, and Enchantress, they're all very low armor. Helps you killing buildings, structures, helps you killing Roche.
Oh, Ramsey's not like this. Another situation where cliff juggling does cost lives. They had the ward there. And we're seeing a lot of Prophets do this nowadays in games when, they feel the rest of the map's not safe. But against this kind of lineup, and EG with the vision, with the ward there, you just can't afford to be there.
Yeah, cliff jungling is not the way to go. Ever.
Ever. Certainly not here against EG. And, well, Roshan is up. Howie's already in the pit. Scandal now 2.1k on top of the Radiant spots and Manza style. And Nighttime being summoned by Afterlife. Howie starting to make a bit of a go here onto Roshan, but Afterlife, he's close. Sumail will be there now. He's just backing himself out of the pit. Doesn't want to risk taking a fight at the moment. on his own, doesn't have the full backup of his teammates.
Yeah, I think Empire, they need to kind of, now it's nighttime, it's unfortunate for them, it's darkness, but they need to go together, run around with Afterlife, clear the vision of EG, make sure that there's no Hawk, no wards. Then they can kind of just sneak up on EG because they can just walk, because you see everything in such a wide area. You can just dodge the wards, and especially during darkness, it's so easy to avoid them because you know that those wards, the range, it's like 500-600 during nighttime. So you can just walk around on the map completely undetected, have the Nature's Prophet push out the lanes with his ultimate, and then go for kills on be it the Ember or the Lifestealer or even Potom at this point, because you know, getting that gem would be very helpful for them.
Empire, let's see what they do here. EG, they're ready for a clash. So now just going to jump in, clear out some of these creeps being sent forward. There will be a scan from Empire. It's not going to find anyone. EG, they're already actually right in the pit here. Ready to start making a go at it. So Empire, they need to do something big here. It's going to be a full 5-on-5. See where the lead is. Afterlife at the bottom of the stairs at the moment already. Aoi and Samela into the pit. Working their way through this Roche. Afterlife coming forward. There's going to be a Posha on the sidelines. The Ice Blast is going to go down onto the edge. That's Edge gone, but that is Ice Blast used. Scandal throws out the concoction, but Bulba's there with the Roar holding Scandal back. Moonlight Shadow as well as EG looking to get themselves in position. Scandal pots the Manta style, cold feet. He's got to run, he's got to hide. Is it going to proc? Can he get himself out of range? No, he can't. He's going to be stuck up. Bane gets taken down. The arrow connects onto Ramses. Big Nature's Wrath, they burst him down low. Aoi with the armlet toggle, keeping himself alive here. Will still go down. They'll turn around, get one, but Samael dominating. Can they kill this Ember Spirit? He's out of mana. Afterlife and Scandal chasing him down. This could be another big pick for the side of Empire, and it will be. They'll take down Samael. It's a double kill for the Alchemist. So the trade ending 3 for 2. But seeing as Empire take both the Ember and the Lifestealer, they'll be happy with that one. Ramses is back. They realize they've got this opening. They'll go for Roshan. And that is exactly what Empire needed after a few really unsuccessful fights against the side of EG.
Yeah, Empire are not that bad at fighting. Oh, arrow by Peter. Scandal. Getting quite low there. They're gonna give the Aegis to Scandal. But yeah, the Empire are not that weak at fighting if the AA Blast is used. Which it was. They only got the Enchantress with the AA Blast, and at that point it's not really worth it, because then Alchemist, he can just go into the fight and do what he wants. And we saw that he managed to pop his ultimate, he used the Manta, so AOI's, the wounds, they were kind of useless. And then they kind of just turned the fight around. Ramses does buy back, which is gonna hurt him a bit. But they do end up getting the Roche, and Afterlife going for a Midas at the 29-minute mark.
Interesting stuff. I mean, what is the thought process here by doing that in the Night Stalker? What are you trying to look to race yourself towards? I mean, as you said, a very, very late Midas pickup. I mean, normally, if there's ever going to be one, it's going to be before the Ags, but the other way around here for them.
Well, they're realizing now that they're not going to win this game early, and also, the thing is, the Alchemist is the only one on their team who's farming.
Yes.
They need to get farm on their other heroes. Yeah, Ramses can farm a bit, but he's having a really, really rough game. He's 2-8. This is very unusual from Ramses. I feel like he's one of those players who's always sitting with a great KDA. And in this game, just having a very rough time.
Oh, look at Ramses tipping in as well. Empire want to fight. They've got the Orchid onto Fear. Concoction coming through as well. Scandal, he's not going to be able to throw in time. Tries to move in, now gets it off onto PPD. Ice Blast flies through. Only going to connect onto Afterlife here. So Empire, they're still in a good position to fight off the back of that one. They'll look to move in. They'll take the tier 2 down in the mid lane. You know, there's no Ice Blast for a little bit of time, so we'll see if they go for anything again. 20 seconds before PPD's going to have that back up. And Midas Gaming, I mean, 31 minutes in, and Ramses on the Nature's Prophet picking up one as well. So, as you said, in Empire's mind, this is all part of the game plan. They realize this is going late, and they need to find that farm on these heroes that are suffering.
Yeah, you saw the Ice Blast. It was used onto Afterlife. They didn't get the kill. He got slapped and then forced, I think, just ran out. And then it means that Empire can just, they're free to advance. Alchemist just goes up, takes the tower. And yeah, Ramses going for a Midas, even on the Nature's Prophet at the 30-minute mark. Okay, they just know this game, it's gonna go late. That's the only way that they can actually win this game.
Yeah, and if they pull this off, this could be some smart investment from the side of Empire. I mean, we can see on the kills, 5 for 18, it doesn't look pretty. Gold-wise, though, because of the out, they've got a 2.5k lead overall in team net worth. The XP is a bit of a different story. EG certainly with the edge in that one. But yeah, the kills definitely, they tell hardly any of the story here in this game, because it's a lot closer than it looks at the top.
Yeah, I think so. The Alchemist is getting really farmed. I'm assuming he's going to go for that Shiva's card that we've seen many Alchemists do recently, and Scandal also, he knows how to find the bounty runes. I don't know how he does it, but he just knows how to find those.
He's absolutely having a great time. 5.2k.
And the nice thing about this Alchemist is once you reach that 6-slotted Alchemist, that's when you start buying the eggs. And he can buy an eggs for Enchantress, for Bane, Nature's Prophet, Night Stalker, a Moon Shard. I mean, he can just keep the gold coming.
Yeah, he really can. He really can. And EG, they want to put a stop to that. They're smoking up. We'll see if they find themselves a good fight here. Looking towards the mid lane. Ramses has actually found Bulba here with the Treants, and now the silence coming through. Bulba will be forced back. Scannel starting to build up the concoction. Just gets himself as far away from the fight as he can. Already realizing it's going to be a bad engagement for himself. Afterlife with the Shadow Blade. Maybe seeing if you can find any stragglers, but EG moving back as a pack. Won't be able to find anything else here. But at the end of the day, it is just a failed smoke attempt from the side of EG. And just some smart movement there from Ramses and his Treants to spot out Bulba, looking for a lead in through the side. EG, can they try and come back over again? They do have the ults available on the smoke, but Moonlight Shadow is there. If they want to try and close in onto Empire again off the back in that one. Top lane, Scannel just TPing up, continue to farm. 6.3k gold. Of course, no slots available whilst he has got this Aegis. But indeed, as you said, you'd expect we're just going to see what Shiva's got. I mean, is there anything else that he could be contemplating to get at this point of the game?
He could be thinking about the AC or the Butterfly, potentially. There's no MKB on the Ember Spirit. He is building into the Daedalus. There's AOI is building into the AC, so an MKB wouldn't come out for quite some time. So he could potentially go for a Butterfly. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. He has the Solar Crest already, so buying that Butterfly kind of says that, you know, they are gonna get MKBs eventually, and when they do, it's gonna hurt him more. So I think armor is probably the way to go.
Here we have it.
Aegis just being reclaimed, and it is gonna be the Shiva's card, which is also so nice with the Octarine Core, because you can use it much more frequently. Slows down the attack speed of many of those heroes. The lifestealer, and it also just allows you to hit more because of the slow from the Shivas. You can just run, you can keep chasing heroes and just keep attacking them, and keep you know, the Radiance Burn is gonna keep ticking.
I mean, with that now as well, you have just lost the Aegis. Do you now go for a push if you're Empire, or are you still just waiting for EG to make the plays and you're looking to counter them?
I think Empire are just gonna keep farming actually.
Yep. I mean, indeed, with the two Midas pickups, it's certainly looking to be that way. And after the back of that, 3.6k has been surmounted down in Nature's Prophet's farm. And of course, looking over to Afterlife as well, who picked up that Shadow Blade. So far, EG, I mean, we keep seeing them making moves over onto Empire's side of the map. Ping's coming through, and they're going to Moonlight on this one. They're going to see if they can try and close it in onto Ramses, but Ramses already backing off across the lane. Scandal. See where he waltzes, and it's just going to be the illusions coming out. So EG with the Moonlight Shadow, not going to find anything. In fact, Afterlife just popping the night time, and they're going to smoke. Here we go, smoke time for the boys. No vision here, so EG, they could be caught off guard by this one. The pings coming through. Let's see what Empire can do here. Pinging on to
scan is going to be up. Let's see if they can find Empire with that scan. Are they going to use it? Is PBD going to get caught out here?
Oh, indeed, lead in here. This is the big one. It's just taking out that small boy, but that's going to be an Ice Blast on if they can finish him before he gets a chance to throw it out. He's still, he gets the chance, Scandal. He's going to be hit by the Ice Blast, and then off the back of that with the Roar, Scandal is going to lose his life. They're going to find 1-for-1 at the moment in Empire. Now they need to run. Sumail and Aoi cleaning up house as they just burst through. And there we have it. I mean, we're seeing it. If they lose that Alchemist and Afterlife, walking into the arrow, Bulba, Fear, and Sumail turn up, and they're going to find themselves a fourth. And that's the gem on the deck as well. Afterlife there, I mean, it was cut. It kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. But walking into that one.
That was so close. PBD just barely got that A ult off.
Yeah.
And that is what allowed them to kill that Alchemist, because his ult was up and running. He could have just regioned through most of those attacks.
Yeah, he just melted.
Kept fighting, but yeah, he just went poof.
He really, really did. 22-6. It is EG, of course, just keeping themselves in the lead. in that comfortable position, and very comfortable indeed. When the Alchemist is off the map, that's one of the worries for EG done and out of the game for the time being. This ball's coming in front of King R. Just going to whiff over him. As we can see, the tower falling very low in the mid. Arrow! Again, these arrows from Fear, catching people every time he catches onto Miposhka. Don't really have any follow-up, but we're seeing Fear having a really, really strong performance on the bottom. He's 7-0-11 on the Mirana this game.
He may be old, but his arrows are accurate.
Absolutely. This man, he's certainly not lost his eyesight yet. Absolutely bang on each and every time. Top lane, Samel blinking himself away. He's got the Lincolns as well, of course. I mean, this Ember Spirit, Samel, he's going to be so hard to catch out. It really is looking like, I don't know. I mean, if you are Empire, how are you turning this one into a win? Because at the moment it's looking like a loss.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be in it for the long haul. Hope for the split push from the Nature's Prophet and the Alchemist eventually. And just, it's very difficult. They need to be so careful when split pushing. And this Enchantress and this Bane, they're not having the easiest games. I
mean, on the plus side, there is an Academist who's been picked up by the Alc, and I guess, who's he going to give that one to? It is going to be
it's Ramses.
Going away at Ramses. Yes. I mean, do you like that, prioritizing the Nature's Prophet axe over the Enchantress axe?
Yeah, I think the Nature's Prophet is going to have a much bigger impact.
Talk about the edge. He's gone. Thrown up there by the Ice Blast. Washington trying to do what he can in terms of turning around. The arrow flying through is going to connect onto Ramsey's Scandal, moving into the fight. Can they try and turn this one? Bulba falling relatively low. They will get Bulba off the back of this, but they've lost 3. Empire, they're going to pay with 4 heroes for that one. Another fight where EG just ripping Empire to shreds.
And there's no buyback for the Nature's Prophet. Alchemist does have his buyback. The Night Stalker also has no buyback. If EG just go bottom and push, they could easily get a Rex here.
This game, EG making this matchup a lot easier than game 1 was. Game 1 very, very tough for the side, but here, I mean, in your eyes, what is it that's worked out so well so far? Is it just the draft? I mean, the AA pick? Where's the genius here for EG?
I think Fear has played a phenomenal game on the Priest of the Moon. He has gotten so many arrows off, which have led to a lot of kills. And Sumail, very hard to catch out.
There we go, there was a buyback from Scandal for this defense. Scandal coming in with the Shivas, the Phoenix Grip onto Fear. They're looking to bring down the Ponem, and they'll get him, and that is, of course, a big streak. The money's going to go the way of Bane. 5-1 Empire. Can they get themselves anything else in the defense here? Looks like the rest of EG will get themselves out.
And that was a gem also that they just got back. That was a very important kill for them.
Did cost the buyback, but as you said, worth it. Holding on to the tier 3 as well, of course, on that bottom lane. Slowing down the advances. Aether Lens now picked up by King Art. So, I mean, obviously, as we're saying, Empire, they are still in this. A lot of the money and the worth is on this Alchemist, and it's really on Scandal, up to Scandal to perform. And I guess it's down to Ramses as well to just try and create as much space and pull EG apart and go for the split push this game.
Yeah, if you look at the gold graph and the experience graph, they look very different.
I guess that's just the effect of the Alchemist.
That is the effect of the Alchemist.
Well, talking about the boys on Empire, they're actually moving in for more. Closing on to Boba. Boba's going to get hexed up. The concoction built up by Scandal. Throws down to PPD. PPD throws out the Ice Blast, but he can't get the initial burst out. There's a slider fish flying through. They'll find the Bane. Scandal falling low and he'll get taken down. The Ice Blast debuff did pass across him, and that was enough to ensure that they find the kill. They find this fight for the time being. EG, can they try and find themselves anything more? Miposhka. TP's out from the side. Ramses still on the retreat. Samel, he's got a slight, he's got a chains. He's not going to go for it though, Ramses. Blinks himself away. Should be able to create enough space between him and the side of EG and get himself back to base. But this is going to be a bit of a window. No buyback on any of these heroes, and of course the notable ones being the Alchemist. 1 minute on the man and that Night Stalker. 40 seconds without these two. Let's see how much EG can do in terms of pushing down Elena and trying to take some structures away from the side of Empire.
And I don't know why EG aren't pushing forward much more than they are right now.
There we go.
I assume that they think that the Night Stalker has a buyback.
He
just
now,
got his buyback.
Yeah, he does. But
But they should know that the Alchemist does not have a buyback for
absolutely.
the entire time of his...
Ramses is trying to go for the rat here top. He's getting a bit of damage onto the tier 3, but of course it's not going to be nearly as powerful as the push from EG. Mid is now in a bit of a dire problem as well. They've got fortifications, still 20 seconds without that Alchemist. EG looking to find themselves a second set of racks here. They're going to have a very good shot at doing so as well. Ready racks starting to fall. Sumail with the change, the slight spam, holding the side of Empire back. Oh, big ice blast coming in. It's going to clip King R as well. And there's your slight to ensure a double kill for Sumail. They'll get both the kills, they'll get both the sets of racks. Refresh is now done on Bulba. We're going to see a lot of money and a lot of big items coming out now. And there we have it, Axon, AA, MKB for Ember Spirit. They're all going shopping. And Empire at this point, 2 sets of racks down. It really is going to be quite something they can bring themselves back into this one. And oh, this isn't looking good for them. Sumail closes the gap in with a Moonlight Shadow. Aaron as well as Scandal's gone. 80 seconds off. A GG, well played is called. It's all too much for them. EG, just the execution was there right through this game. PPD bringing the AA back in absolute style, and we're going to a game 3 part gap.
Yeah, the last kill of the nail in the coffin. Of course, the game was almost impossible for Empire at that point. But EG just much better at playing the split push game in this game. They found the pickups that they needed. They had the better draft for it, in my opinion. The thing that was difficult for Empire was that the Enchantress and the Bane, they can't really push out any creep waves. Whereas EG